So I'm making this short mindset video to show you that even if you're a very great trader and you make almost 8 figures, over 100K a year, if you make and you're profitable, you still make mistakes, and this is a human behavior, okay? This is the biggest mistake I see nowadays, okay? People, they don't have a system that they could rely on, and they haven't been back testing it, and they don't trust it. They keep switching strategies. So even me this morning here, the first 15 minutes is sold off, and then I try to negotiate with myself, and then I say, okay, it's sold off so much, so it's not going to sell off more. That's one thing you don't have to say to yourself. And then the second is, because it's sold off so much, it's not going to keep selling off, because we're going to have news coming in at 11 a.m. So the market might get amazing news, and then it's going to push back. So what I did here at the opening, before the candle closed below, I took a short, then it went up, and then it went down, and I exit for around break even. Then I start going long, and I got stopped out, and I took a new long position. So this might sound a little like beginner or amateur, like this is not super smart, but how I really want to go over this and address this video is by helping you with having only one strategy and having one strategy to rely on, because trading is so easy. It's so simple. You just have to hold your winners, and you just have to make 3 times more than you lose. How do you do that? By, once you have a winning position that I'm having right now, a very light one, you're holding always to 1.5% profit of your overall balance, and you're risking 0.5%. Once you start risking 0.5%, the issue is not the 0.5%, but the issue is that once you are reaching 0.5% and your stop loss is about to trigger, then you're moving it down to 1% risk or 1.5% risk, and then either you move stop loss, or you're adding more to negative position, and then you start risking 2%. And then once it's going to come up to break even, then you exit everything, and that's the overall wrong mindset. That's what I teach every day in life. And I'm very transparent. I'm a human. You shouldn't trust me. You should trust the system I built, and that's how I almost made 8 figures in trading like no one else did. They do it from selling, other business operation, marketing, affiliate. I don't. Okay, so I make it from just trading. I just hosted a very great webinar where many traders went in and they saw my strategy, so you can go back and you could watch it. But the overall issues is over leveraging and too much size on. So how you're going to succeed is with a 10K account on your brokerage account. And if you want to sign up to my Discord, I'll leave a link below here on YouTube here below, where you could sign up and you can get my guides and my framework for free. If you want to trade live with me, it's a membership. You don't have to join. I don't need your money, but if you want to join, it's comes with a cost, because I don't want any unserious people in. Okay, let me just break it down. But with a 10K account and you're trading US Tech 100 or Germany 40, I would say you should risk max 40 points and target 120 points always. You're never gonna hold 120 points. You're always exiting before. But if you could just do an average 100 points and 30 to 40 points risk, you'll be fine. You will win in this game. Here you risk 0.5%, you target 1.5% on average, so you're risking $50 per trade. So if you're risking $50 per trade and you have a 40-point stop loss, what you can be going in with in contract size would be 1, okay? So this is your setup per $10,000 account. But if you are right, you're making $120, and if you do this, you make 1.2%, right? That's not bad. That's still okay. If you do this enough times, I do 40 trades per month on average, 20 in the morning and 20 at night. I win 50% of my trades. So on average per month, I profit 20%, have 30% upside, 30% where I win, like 30% return in percentage, and then 10% loss. So 20%. So your 10K account will make you 2K per month. Okay. Is that enough to cover my membership fee of $4.99? Not really. So that's also why I say you just either mirror my main account and we grow your 10 account to 50K, or your 20K account to 100K, and then once you have these numbers, either 50K or 100K from mirroring me, then you start joining my live trading session, because then you have enough capital so you could make 10K a month, and then you could easily pay 499. Okay, so this is just a math question. It's not nothing to do with anything else. But if you have 25k and you're making on average 20%, on this one you will make 5k a month, and then you just 10x your 499 investments. Now it's worth it. But if you have 10k, then just mirror my trades. There's also the link in the description. Access for free. I don't charge for you to mirror my main account. This account I don't. It's based on performance fee. So I only make money if you make money. But I just see too many traders that, and I did it myself. So you could see first, I said shorted below 800, that worked out, and then shorted back to here. It did not really trigger it. It didn't really close below 750, as you could see. It did not close below. It went down, but it didn't close below 750. So the overall issue is, if you're not trading with a system and you're executing based on feelings, hope, and previous pattern, you should just always only execute on, and that's what I teach live. It might not make any sense that I'm going on with this with you, but I'm a human. I'm doing mistakes. Today I was doing a mistake. I was first shorting it, and then I went long, got stopped out. Now it went back, but not really coming above 850, and then I took a short, and now I have an open short position. But to break it down, why I took a short and why I have a short right now, because it's pretty late. It's almost 11. It's because we have, if you look here from highs, that's 24,000 to lows 820 for the first 15 minutes. There's only 100 points. So there's over 100 points in difference. So then I need to add 30 points below, 30 points above the lows and the highs. But you could see here, if you look at the 50-minute candle, you could see right here, this is the first 15 minutes, this is the next 15 minutes, and this is the next. You could see the candle managed to close at below 800, below round numbers, and this is more than 30 points. As you could see, the lows was 830, you could see it closed below with more than 30 points. So I have 30 points below, and the candle, I don't want the candle to move below, I want the candle to close below. So the body color have to close below. If the first 15 minutes is only, let's just say, 30 points or 50 points difference, then I just add 15 points. But today it was more than that. There was over 160 points, something like that, 180 points. So that's why I added 30 points. So right now, why I took a short, I stopped doing long, short, but I actually stick to a plan. It's based on, we have the orb, and the orb triggered. I don't look at other market indexes right now. The overall why I don't want to take a short, and I had some losses today, is because of one simple thing. I'm a human, nothing special, but I still make 7 figures. And sometimes I do that each month. But because of this news, it's hard for me to see the market's going to sell off more, but I don't care about that. I execute based on a system that I've been testing, and that's why I went short, because it triggered orb. Let's see if it's going to be right, and it doesn't really matter if I'm not right, because if I'm not right, what, I'm risking 0.5%, right? I'm risking 40 points, and here in this case here, I'm targeting it back today. It should be 120 points, but I'm planning it targeting it back to minimum 120 points profit, or targeting it back to lows of 400. So right now, I'm working with a 400 points upside, and trust me, I'm a guy that's holding it. And then I'm working with a 40 points risk. This is right now a 10 hour. Normally I just do a 3 hour. But these numbers, and if you hold on to it and you set and forget, that will make you a winning trader. So the reason why I'm winning is I'm not perfect, I'm not great at following the systems always, but once I'm right, pay attention to this, then I make so much money. Once I'm wrong, and I'm wrong all the time, you know that 50% of the time I'm wrong, then I lose 0.5%. Okay, so I can open as many positions as I want, but I will never risk more, first of all, or 1% of my overall net worth. That's bankroll management, and I'll never risk more than 0.5% per open trade I do. Okay, so that was just to keep it simple. Yes, this year I'm risking 40 points, and I'm targeting 400 points. I could also just target 120 points, but 120 points 3R is the minimum. I could also risk 100 points and target 300 points 3R, but it cannot be more than 0.5% risk per trade. So if you want to join me, very simple, simply just go to whoop.com, slash Matt Hansen Real. If you have under 10K, you join my free Miro trading. If you have over 10K, then we will make a couple of thousand a day, a month, sorry, a couple of thousand a month. If you have, again, over 25K, you can easily make 5K a month. If you have over 50K, we can easily make 10K a month. If you have 100K, we can easily make 20K a month, okay? 20% is my average return, and you think this is a lie, you don't think this is real, okay, then just look at one of my small brokerage account where I have some capital sitting here. Not many people can show you this, but if you go in here, it's just here, if you go in here and you search my return up, here, mass trades, it's very hard to fake. You can see here alone, I'm up 411%, okay, this year. So the 20% is not a lie, it's actually real. I did it for 8 years. That's why I made so much money in trading and not selling. So what can I say more? Nothing really more. You just joining my system, but you don't join my system directly. You can just go to masstrades.com/mentorship. You book a call and I help you so you can learn everything yourself. You get access to my system with 70 step-by-step videos that I made for myself. That's my one-on-one service, but you can also just join my Discord. If you join my Discord, it's $4.99 a month, and then you get access to my daily live shooting session, New York session, and you get access to all my guides and the main chat where we chatting. So that was it. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.